This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
LifeProductions.com.
Signing in from Concord, New Hampshire. The news conference is getting underway here.
I am Terry Roy, and I own Main Street Payday Advance, a New Hampshire-based company with 3 locations.
So what's happening at this news conference behind me, you can just barely see it, but I had to go away so I could talk, is something that happens so often and is so heartwarming in New Hampshire.
It's average people raising the alarm about a bill that's going to do more harm than good and cost the taxpayers money. They're gathering to oppose a bill which would restrict loan rates at payday loan centers, to fight an intrusion into the market and, they hope, save their jobs.
Many of our senators may have never needed a $200 loan. Maybe they think that anyone who needs $200 should not have the right to retain their dignity through a confidential business transaction and prevent them from offering loans to New Hampshire residents. Do you really believe that? What is at stake with House Bill 267? Let's look at the numbers right over here. 63 boarded up storefronts. All the problems caused by passing this bill. The only problem with that is the study will be done after the bill goes into effect. Middle-class citizens of New Hampshire who use payday loans are middle-class folks. I have a lot more faith in the middle-class citizens of New Hampshire. I lend them my own money when no one else will. It's time for all citizens of this great state to stand up to the senators who are so out of touch with the New Hampshire middle class. Call Governor Lynch. Call your senators. Tell them to stay out of your financial decisions. Show them that you are strong. You are not vulnerable, dying corpses who cannot make your own financial decisions. And now I would like to introduce Samantha.
A couple more statistics to add to the information about this bill. The news conference inside there, they said that it would actually cap at 36% the rate that such a payday loan institution could charge. 36% may sound like a high percentage, but when you're talking about, say, $100, that can be a very small amount of money, especially if the loan is short-term. They're also saying that I guess the military personnel, I guess, are not allowed to get these kinds of loans anymore. So the military has had to start providing them for their service personnel, and they're giving them, interest-free loans, sort of on the taxpayer dime.
For weddings, events, and the prom, LifeProductions.com.
Hearing a lot of talk from folks about how it's so important, for people to be able to have jobs rather than going on welfare and so forth, and a lot of talk about the importance of choice. I'm standing here with Alicia from New Boston, who is an area manager for a title loan company. Did I get that right?
Yes.
And you've come out with all these other folks to oppose this bill. What makes you so concerned about this bill?
I'm concerned because it's going to put all of our employees out of business, and the people that come in and get loans with us are not going to have an opportunity anywhere else to get a loan, and they speak of going to welfare, and we have customers that come in to see us that go to the welfare office and they're unable to get that money, something that they need for a quick utility bill or just an OIA bill or something that just comes up sudden.
Is this sort of an example, or how do you see this as an example of New Hampshire residents sort of rising back up when the government tries to push them and make the decisions for them?
I think it's unfair that the government's making decisions for them. I think we all have freedom of choice, and they're not allowing that to happen with New Hampshire right now, and I find it very unfair.
Have you ever been in a situation where you kind of had to band together with folks to protect yourself from the government before?
No, I have not. This is the first time that I've ever had to do that.
Right. That's the New Hampshire way, right?
The New Hampshire way, that's right.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
They're asking if you've had any kind of experience with loan, with the payday loan industry, the short-term, high-interest rate loan industry, positive experience. They're hoping that you will write or email or call your senator and urge them to vote against this, against these restrictive bills.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by LifeProductions.com. Are you within 90 minutes of Keene? Do you need someone to shoot a video? If so, drop by LifeProductions.com. And check out Nick Ryder's video work. Nick's experience at Free Minds TV, his years of production work, his eagerness to reduce costs make him the man to talk to about event videography in the Monadnock Zone. For weddings, events, and the prom, LifeProductions.com.